Hey guys, Crunch here from Crunch Team. Today I am going to be reading a story that I wrote called Freedom Through Sorrow. It's about a slave girl who is trying to fight her way to freedom through a civil war that has been raging for a couple of years. Let's begin. Chapter 1. What is freedom? How do you define freedom? I wouldn't know. How could I know? All I've known is a life of slavery. I've worked and cooked and cleaned from dawn till dusk. All the time I've been beaten and raped for every mistake I've made. Because I am a piece of property, a tool, a device designed to do others' dirty work. And if a device malfunctions, you need to fix it. Turn the screws from within. For the superior races, this means psychologically breaking us. Beatings, pain, torture, anything they need to keep us in line. Life with freedom seems untouchable. No one cares about lower class citizens. The world is too screwed up. Equality, democracy, it's all bullcrap. After all, anyone who has the power to say so lives in luxury. They have too much power and selfishness just to give it away. To let the people decide what they can and cannot have. I envy the rich. But at the same time, they own slaves, peasants who live in hell, poverty, disease, and squalor. However, these are human beings, people with lives and dreams, with feelings. There used to be a time when I was a naive little girl. I had hope for the future. I lived as though I could earn my freedom. It was the only thing that gave me life. The thought of freedom being touchable. It seemed I could live properly someday. However, it was all ripped out of my heart when one of my fellow slave girls was lied to when they were told they had earned their freedom. My master's son Jacob told us not to ask what happened around his father Gabriel. Unlike his father, Jacob was a nice person. He was not racist to us, unlike all the other people who live in this screwed up world. That kind of makes me see him as a friend. My only friend. I live in the small 4-room house in the middle of town as Gabriel's only slave girl. I've been here since I was bought at the age of 5. Every day I clean the house while Gabriel's at work, and talk to Jacob in my spare time. He treats me like a friend every day while Gabriel's not home, because if his father finds him treating me the way he has, he'd be punished. Probably beaten himself. One day, when Gabriel was not home, Jacob sat me down in the living room where I was cleaning at the table. It's about time I tell you what really happened to Lucy, he said. Lucy was the one who was falsely given her freedom. Wait, what do you mean? I said. Lucy never truly got her freedom. What? She was given a court date. She was announced truly free, and she had earned it. She was given a hut outside of town. He paused. Without a job or anyone wanting to hire a half-elf, she couldn't make money to support herself and went hungry, and after 4 months of life being even worse than during slavery, she committed suicide. My heart sank. It was hard to believe. I started crying because even after slaves gained freedom, they still live in hell. I've never felt worse. Everything I've worked towards in my life was this waste of time, not knowing how to react. I knew Gabriel was getting home soon, so I just got out of my chair and continued cleaning. As I walked away, Jacob quickly stood up and said, "There's a rebellion, you know." "Oh, okay, that's cool, I guess," I responded. I responded with a sad and depressing voice. I was still accepting what I just heard. They fight for democracy, you know. They want to overthrow the government, to end the monarchies and start a new age, the age of democracy. I knew from that point on my life had a new purpose. When the rebellion was closer to home, I would escape and join the civil war. For I, Sarah Ulmer, will be free. I'll leave this screwed up world and start another. I prayed to the gods and gave them my word. Nothing will stop me.